What's up, Sooner Nation? Welcome to the Sooner Surge Double Trouble. As it's a Saturday night and another loss for OU softball today in the Bedlam series, losing the first two games of the series, and very disappointing with the backs. And I know there's going to be a lot of people commenting on it. And hey, it's really hard to say this, but Oklahoma State going for the sweep tomorrow against the Sooners. So. Very disappointing. Another game today where OU had so many opportunities to score runs and they just didn't do it. And they didn't. They left so many runners on base. It's been a kind of a the norm for them lately is to have opportunities and to just leave runners on base. And Colin says, I can't really be mad about OU softball overall. It's been an amazing run that frankly just happened to peak last season. Just too many flaws in this team right now to see them winning a natty. Teresa still has hope, but it will not be easy. Too many runners left on base. Hey, I would love to know if you guys agree with me on this in the chat. I would love to. It's been worse, though, lately, Brandon Z. Do you all think that this is my opinion? I would love to know your opinion. But it seems to me when they're up at the plate, it's almost like their first thought is to walk. Their second thought is to get a hit. That's just like there was one occasion today, OU was up 2-1. They had the bases loaded, 1 out. Alyssa Brito comes to the plate. She takes the first 3 pitches, 3-0 count, then proceeds to take the next 2 pitches, 3-2 count. She gets 1 swing, strikes out. I don't know. Earlier on when they were taking walks, they were hitting the ball, and we were saying, well, that's because they're waiting for their right pitch. But right now it seems like, I don't know. To me, I would rather them go up there and be very aggressive at the plate. It's frustrating to say the least. I don't know what else to say. And CJ does not look happy. He says they look uninterested. 405, boy, I don't think this is a national championship team. I agree with this. Things can happen, but you got to see it first. And what we have not seen so far, especially for a while now, a chunk of the Big 12 season, is they haven't been great at the plate lately. It's just a fact. And I did not hear that, but that's what some people are saying. They don't have to fight. They take way too many pitches. Doug, I'm with you 1,000%. Way too many, in my opinion, that are really close pitches that they're taking. And I feel like maybe it's leading to not as aggressiveness at the plate. CJ says playing like this is not going to make supers. And, that's right. They got to get better. They got to play better. That's a fact. What's up, Jerm?
Not much, man. Long day.
Yeah. I agree, Colin. That's my biggest complaint right now. I feel like that's what they were looking for, walks instead of hits.
They're not playing very aggressively, Jay, at the plate.
No.
Patty Gasso last night talked about it. She said the approach at the plate she doesn't like.
I got a question for you, Jerm.
What's that?
The first 2 games of this series, name one hard hit ball from Oklahoma. Hard hit.
They've had a couple to the wall, but
they weren't hard hit.
A couple of those were.
It's been very rare. Very rare.
Okay, now I agree with you, Jay. They haven't been aggressive. Breaking LTV, absolutely absurd. To question what JT got, again, I'm going to say that they're in a massive, massive, massive slump. Agreed. They did not forget how to hit the softball. JT Gasso did not forget. So last 3 years, JT Gasso was an elite hitting coach. Everyone's even said it on these videos before, Jay. Now all of a sudden he don't know what he's doing. Come on.
Yeah, I'm not ready to say that. And I'm going to go listen to that, Brand Z. I think that's interesting. I'm going to go try to check it out. And let me say this real quick about this. I know Jeremy's going to probably disagree with this, but if you look at Maxwell, Dill, and May, those three, to me, out of those three, the pitcher that would be the best relief pitcher would be Nicole May, because Nicole May, second and third time through the order, the hitters figure it out. So I do not understand the Maxwell coming in relief, Deal coming in relief. You brought in Carly Keeney from Liberty. She never really gets opportunities in big time situations. It's when they get too far behind, they bring her in. I don't understand that part of it. You have Monticelli hardly ever pitches. I mean, the pitching aspect of it is right now they basically said we've got three pitchers. That's what it comes down to, right?
Absolutely. It's not a philosophy thing, in my opinion, though. I think they're literally in a slump, and it's contagious. It's contagious. They're in a bad slump. Everyone's got it. Hunter mentioned this earlier, and it's spot on. It's like Space Jam with softball. Someone stole their ability. Like, it is crazy.
Well, at the plate, it's just fascinating what's going on. It's bases loaded, one out. How many times in the last 2 days? I mean, bases loaded, one out, and get nothing. I mean, that's just. And I will say, I think Patty said the other day she feels like sometimes they're swinging for the fences. I will say a lot of flyouts. A lot of flyouts with this team.
There's been a lot of flyouts, Jay.
Yeah. Disappointing.
Yeah. Very. What else going on, Jay?
What else going on today? You know, you have the OU basketball got a recruit visiting guy to Seton Hall. OU football just waiting on the summer, man. Get here, because not a whole lot going on right now other than recruiting aspect of it. But Mrs. Farouk, we'll get it together. We'll get it together.
Mrs. Farouk, and it's got your picture on it, Jay.
Nice. We'll get it together.
Is that me or you, Jay?
Yeah, I have no clue, Jeremy.
Mrs. Farouk, do you have me or Jay there as your photo pic?
Mark says pitchers need to pitch for contact and let defense do their thing. That's you, Jerm.
That's a new viewer. I'm interested who that is.
There you go.
Someone who watches the show often is what I would say.
Hey, Brent Venables, dude. Let's just talk about the recruiting aspect with him and Todd Bates right now. Those two tearing it up, fresh shave.
Absolutely. Ms. Farouk might have to reveal themselves.
We also need more velocity. Right now, I mean, yeah. Nobody wants to talk about transfers. Go figure. I'm confused, Brian. What are you talking about? What sport? What sport are you talking about, Brian? Transfers in what?
Probably basketball, Jay, because no one gives a rip about High Point University.
Hey, Colin says, hot take: OU baseball will make a deeper run than OU.
I disagree. I think they'll both make deep runs, Jay.
I don't know about that. I think Miss Farouk is hilariously, honestly. That's the mystery question.
It's like the Masked Singer. It's like all these shows. Who is Mrs. Farouk here?
Maybe the trivia question tonight is, who is Miss Farouk?
Could it be Eric?
Softball, man. You missed my last comment, obviously. Sorry, there's a lot of comments rolling in here. Let me see if I can find it, Brian. Sid Sanders, along with Garrett Monticello, need to go. Next year will be a young team. Experienced hitters will need brought aboard. Facts. Well, I mean, Garrett and Monticello, if they don't start getting some innings pitched, I mean, yeah.
I do think they are a little bit between thinking and swinging. They're thinking too much. Go play softball. You've done it your whole life, and you've dominated.
Maybe they will turn it on. I don't know. It's disappointing. say
It
the
could
least.
just be it could just be the seniors are kind of, in my opinion, they know it's coming to an end. I don't know. They may be struggling with this, Jay.
Let me say this. The senior thing's a big deal for all these seniors. What they've done in this class is unbelievable. So you have that. You also have just the fact that you're graduating and moving on to whatever it is you're moving on. You're leaving softball. It's a little bit different than other sports where you move on to maybe professionally. I mean, there's a professional team, but sometimes after softball, college, what do you do next in your life? You know what I mean? It's a lot of
that's what I'm saying. And Josh, I did see one of your comments. I think it was about walks, and they're looking for walks. Terrible plan. CJ says Josh said something to the effect of that you cannot win on walks alone.
I agree.
That's true. You can't. They're loading the base up and not getting the big hit, Josh.
Well, there was 2 games now in a row where basically it was a tie game where they're 1 run ahead, and they could have just basically put the game over by getting a couple hits with the base loaded, and they didn't get anything. Strikeouts. They got strikeouts.
Sorry, I keep turning my camera off, dude. I keep yawning.
The bomb says, no bats and bad pitching, too many people left on bases. I'll say this, it's kind of like basketball. When the ball does not go in the hoop and you're not shooting very well, it's not a pretty game. When you're leaving,
and it's contagious.
It's not pretty.
Who are you talking to, Brian?
I
think I'm always truthful, and I'm not always nice. So I'm not sure what you're referring to.
Yeah, that's the fact. Drop the facts. The facts are 3-7 against top 10 teams. Not good.
No, they haven't been good, but I think they can find something. They're in a massive, massive slump.
Do they win tomorrow, Jerm?
I don't even think it matters.
A lot of times you're mean, Jerm. Mom says.
Jay, it doesn't matter. Tomorrow's game doesn't even matter. It matters when you get the postseason. You better find something.
I think tomorrow does matter. It's the
to
last
say no
game.
Way is ridiculous.
Jeremy, it's the last regular season Big 12 game on Love's Field for these seniors. It matters. And I do think they win tomorrow. I think they get the win.
Is that because Kirsten Dill's going to get the start?
I think so. Yeah.
Score double digits heading into the postseason or something.
Didn't Kenny Gaske not talk to Kelly Maxwell today? Is that what I read? What
was the deal about the bully comment?
I don't know. I just saw basically where he didn't talk to her after the game. I don't know all the details about it, but
hey, I got to say something about this.
Oh, there
Cowgirl
it is.
Fans. Wait, Cowgirl fans.
Long guy.
It's Okie Lawn guys who Ms. Farouk is. Cowgirl fans. Hey, have you noticed how much orange is in the Love's Field? It's kind of too much, in my opinion.
Yeah, it seemed like quite a bit, didn't it? I think they would.
Sooner fan, you're wrong. They don't have a permanent problem because it's the same girls who've been there for 3 years. Where was it then?
I think Brian's right on this. Playing a little bit, they seem maybe playing a little bit tight. That could be.
Yes, they're playing tight.
Not the lawn man.
Not the lawn man.
Negative.
We're going to spend 30 minutes trying to figure out who Ms. Farouk is.
I think I know who it is, but I'm not going to say it.
Is it Jay Jones?
I don't think so. Brent Vegetables.
There's some nice names on here tonight.
Yep. It's been a few weeks, Jeremy, on it. That's
what do you mean?
It's been a few weeks.
Since they've hit?
They've been in a slump, man.
Yeah, it's a few week slump. I agree. Absolutely. Yeah, that was a big error, Jay.
Been in the slump. That's all you can say, and they got to snap out of it ASAP. Big 12 tournament's next weekend. You need to go perform very well at the Big 12 tournament.
Man, you ever had vertigo, dude? I'm got it tonight.
Brian dropping the Maverick Top Gun description there, or comparison.
That is a good comparison, Jay.
Says OU wins tomorrow. Then the second seed in the big. Are they the second seed? They were 2 games ahead of OSU going into the weekend. Hunter, can you drop that for us? Texas.
Jay, hit the freaking like as Lori, but Lori speaks with all caps, so it can't be her. Ms. Farouk is going to reveal tomorrow night, but I'm trying to think who else says hit the freaking like. Chester sometimes? It's not Lori. Lori uses all caps, okay?
Yeah, it's not Lori. Definitely not Lori. You know who's not on here tonight? Monty? Could it be Monty?
Could it be Monty, Jay?
I don't think so, but will the ladies drop further than number 5 in the polls?
No. No.
They might.
No.
Oklahoma
Will
State
not.
won't pass Texas. No. They're still
not.
2 games behind Texas, I think. No, 1 game behind Texas.
Hunter thinks they will. I don't.
I don't think Texas is losing. They won 23-0. So
I think they come in at 4, Jay.
Bobby could be Bobby.
Could be Bobby Wiley.
Could be the other Sooner fan. There's a lot of possibilities, guys. A lot of possibilities. They know that you're not a big fan of Farouk, though, Jeremy.
And Ms. Farouk is friends with Trace Ford. Yep, there it is.
You didn't do anything, Monty.
We're trying to figure out who.
And
nope, it's not Bobby. Bobby's here. Monty's here. We're trying to figure out who Ms. Farouk is. It's one of the regulars disguising as Mrs. Farouk, and they're stumping us all tonight. There's Lori. Hit the freaking like in all caps. Do we know our viewers or do we know our viewers?
Obviously, you don't if you don't know who it is yet.
Who is this?
What about Dowpost?
Trying to think. No, Dowpost is on here, I think. Eric wouldn't do it.
Chester.
Has Mez been on tonight, dropping a 12?
I think Chester. Hey, Uncle. This is a great question. This is a great point. I talked about it earlier. I agree. It's very hard to watch them take so many pitches. Sometimes it's great to be patient and get a walk, but it almost seems like that's what they're looking for. I don't think it is, but that's what it looks like.
Brent Vegetables is new too, isn't it?
No, that's got to be Mark. If it was Eric, I wouldn't see the comments, so I think it's Mark.
Brent Vegetables is Mark.
I'm thinking so, Jeremy. I may be wrong.
What about Greg God?
Monty, I think he's on there. Monty, you're right, 100%. Need to swing the bats. Let her rip. Be aggressive. Go out there, swing the bats. Go down swinging, baby. Go down swinging.
Like Brian says, it's kind of out of character for OU.
A little bit.
Greg God's here. It's not Greg God. Patty wants out of the World Series. Ron Brown is elite dropping stuff like that.
Mess.
Has Mez been on tonight?
I don't know.
I haven't seen a 12-0, Jay.
I've not seen a 12-0 either, Jeremy.
I also haven't seen Chester tonight.
Yeah, I think Chester's on there. I think it could be Chester.
It's Chicken.
Chicken 15-15.
Chicken 15-15.
Possibly.
I think that's the most disappointing thing is Patty's talking about bringing out, coming and fighting, and they're not doing it.
What's up, Hookem? Hey, you know what I like about Hookem? Hookem, Texas fan, but can say facts and be, I think, a little bit unbiased. Yeah, great get for Oklahoma. I know that was a battle with Texas. Hookem. I mean, Texas, I think most OU fans, even in softball, I think a lot of would say Texas is probably the team to beat right now in softball. If you look at who's going to win the Natty, don't you think they have the best odds? I mean, would you agree? They're playing really good softball right now.
Yeah, they probably do, Jay. Colin says, which OU player has the most interceptions in one game? You talking about this coming year or ever?
Ever.
Isn't it C.J. Colden?
The most?
I thought he got 3.
I
thought he got 3 in one game.
I thought Trey Norwood.
It could be Trey Norwood. Dowpost thinks it's Trap, Jay.
Could be. Could be. Man, I was going to get.
Speaking of Farouk, speaking of Ms. Farouk, how many downs does he play this year, Jay? A lot?
I think he plays a good amount. Hey, let me get to trivia. Trivia sponsored by Fanstop, fanstop.com. Go check it out. Go to the website, check it out, fanstop.com. Sign up for the Shirt of the Month Club. You see Jeremy with the boomer went on with the license plate. That was the April shirt. Hey, use code Sergio to get 10% off your first 3 months. And I got an interesting trivia tonight. Okay, here we go. We've been talking a lot of softball. If you look at softball movies, everyone knows A League of Their Own, Jerm. You love The League of Their Own? League of Their Own.
Kit and Gina Davis.
Here we go. The trivia question is, what was the name of the team on League of Their Own? What was their team name? Do you know
Got it?
Do you really?
I had the right number. It's 3 interceptions.
Do you really know it?
Yes. I do, Jay. Someone will get this. Rockford Peaches. There it is. Teresa's got it.
Teresa. First one tonight. Way to go, Teresa. Good job, Teresa. Gets the point for the night.
Yep. Return to the love of game. Return to the love of the game, Jay.
And here's the thing.
Maybe have a team meeting and return to the love of the game.
You know what's interesting is you look at OSU and what they've done in the first 2 games of the series. It's kind of like what OU did last year when a team would kind of either get the lead or tie the game or whatever. They would come out the next inning and just blast them. The last 2 games, that's what OSU's done. OU got the lead or got tied 2-1 today, whatever it was, and they come out and just blast them in the inning. Yeah, there's no crying in softball. There's no crying in baseball.
Tom Hanks was great. There's a lot of big name actors and actresses in that movie.
There's also some not very good actors in that movie.
Like?
I don't think Rosie O'Donnell's the best actor.
She was great in Sleepless in Seattle.
Pitching is not dominant. Guys, the Gasso stuff, you can question. Yeah, Madonna was.
Oh, Moser? What?
Great God.
Do you just want me to go off tonight?
You can't compare anybody to Moser. I mean, with Jeremy, especially.
Gasso to Moser? In what way?
Now, this is very interesting, Mark, and I think you're right.
I like that.
I like it, Mark. I think you're right there a little bit. A lower seed will give the ladies a chip. Right now, I think anything's a chip on their shoulder right now. Not really a chip, but they know they have to play better. But the only problem with that is they kind of deserve the lower seed right now, the way they're playing. So it's not like they got screwed and got dropped to a lower seed. Jerm got Moser.
I honestly think Patty's reaching for straws. She needs to just get back into it.
Jimmy, how many yards receiving does Four have this season? I'm going to go 780.
Who?
Nick Anderson, 780 yards.
Yeah, I'd probably say 700 or 800.
Now it's Mrs. Moser.
Okay, who? I'm not going to be able to handle this until I know who this is.
I already know who it is, but I'm not saying it.
Jackson?
Could be Jackson, Jeremy. That's what I was going to say.
Probably is Jackson.
Ron would say, Patty wants out. Yeah, exactly. No, she doesn't.
Yeah, that's the thing, Granite Guy. One person's not in a slump. The entire team is.
That's right.
I have not seen Madonna lately.
What do you mean?
Someone asked if we've seen Madonna lately.
No, I haven't seen. I mean, I don't know what she's doing these days.
I do not.
Whoever it is, they are genius. LOL.
Well, it's not Jack. It's not Jackson then.
Hey, Uncle
If
Charlie
it's
says
genius, it's not Jackson. Okay.
the Jordy effect is really showing. I mean, no. Hey, real quick, Kim, that was a joke. They were joking with that. That was a total joke. Nobody meant anything by that.
I think they meant something on the Moser thing, though.
Look at this calling. 4 years ago to the great Danny Stutzman committed to Oklahoma. I remember when that happened, dude. And just what a huge get it was for Oklahoma. Did you ever go watch the Dusty Dvorak interview?
I have not yet, Jay. I was at a track meet from morning till night.
Hey, wait, Ron, I will admit it. I admitted it in our group text thread today. I have no problem saying right now I think Texas and OSU are better. They both took 2 out of 3 against OU. OSU may sweep them. So right now, you would have to say right now, those 2 teams are better than Oklahoma. Right, Jeremy?
Yes, right now they are. I agree.
I don't have a problem saying it.
OU struggling mightily, Jay.
And Mess, you're right about this, but I will say there is something with Jordy's attitude and with maybe her fight that maybe would help this team, I think.
No one cares about hockey, Hunter. I only watch it during the Stanley Cup.
Hunter, who cares?
Hockey.
Yeah. Hockey. You put for those who care about hockey, comma, the answer, nobody.
I want to know if anyone on here has ever had vertigo and how you get rid of it, man.
CJ Bunker likes to leave, so maybe he does like hockey.
You ever had vertigo, Jay?
It's very, very, very awkward. What, Jeremy?
You ever had vertigo?
I have not had vertigo, Jeremy. No, I have not. I don't know what vertigo is.
It's miserable.
Lack of water, Jeremy. You dehydrated?
That explains it.
What?
Hey, that explains it, I'm sure.
Nolan says drink water, get in a darker room, and lay down.
But Nolan, what happens if you lay down on one side and it makes you even dizzier? I guess don't lay on that side.
That last year, one night. It was awful. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Relax. That's hard for me to do, as you all know. BBPV. Don't know what that is. It's an ear issue. I do think it's an ear issue.
Caffeine withdrawals. There's a lot of doctors on here. Surgeaholics, baby.
I am dehydrated, I'm sure. Thanks, guys.
Have you drank any water?
I'm going to get off here and chug some water.
Have you drank any water today?
I've had 1 bottle.
How many energy drinks today?
2.
And there's your problem. Energy drinks and Dr. Pepper. There you go, baby.
I've heard something about there it is, the Epley maneuver. I've heard something about this. I'm going to get off here in a minute and do this, guys.
Why don't we end the show with you doing the Epley maneuver on air?
We do not need to see that on air.
What is it?
I'm going to go look it up, Jay.
I
agree. I'd like to see more Ludlam. Absolutely.
I would too.
Track meet went well. We got 29 runners qualified for state next week. So that's a good number, man. We runner up against Muskogee, boys side. So we had a good day today. Bobby, you remember that? I've got to get back on that. You guys are doing a bad job holding me accountable.
Hey, they hold you accountable for it. You just don't do it. You're one of these guys, aren't you? You're one of these guys.
Patty's got the number 1 pitcher in the nation coming in.
Hey, you're one of these guys that starts a New Year's resolution on January 1st and it's over by January 2nd, right?
Yeah, and Brian's got me worried.
Why?
Mentioning the C word, man. Yep. Appreciate you guys knowing my life story. That's good, Jay. I know you got to go pick up your daughter from something, and we're about to get off here. But
hey, tomorrow night we'll be on for a full show tomorrow night.
Full show tomorrow night on Sepulpa. That's right, Gary. And listen, thanks for you guys trying to diagnose my vertigo issues. I'm going to go off on here and try to figure out this Epling maneuver, Jay.
Yeah. Appreciate you guys tonight for joining us for a quick live. Tomorrow we'll be back at our normal time, 9:30, and go to full time tomorrow night. Appreciate it. Hope you all have a good Sunday. As always, yeah, bye, Mrs. Farouk. We'll find out the reveal of who that actually is tomorrow night. So stay tuned for that. Appreciate you guys as always. Till next time, Boomer.